So to really get a handle on the history of Case IH, we need to talk about two tractor giants. There's Case and then there's the infamous IH, which by the way stands for International Harvesters. International Harvesters was actually founded back in 1902 after Deering Harvester Company and McCormick merged together. McCormick later became part of Argo, just so you know. They built their first tractor in 1906 called the IH McCormick Deering Mogul. And that was the very first in the Farmall series. From 1915 to 1924, they made models like the Model 1020 and the 1530. Then in 1924, the Farmall series really took off and they added that classic tricycle design, most notably used in the Super H 1066 and the BN. In 1939, they introduced the Farmall A, B, H, and M, and honestly, those got really popular. Then, starting in 1940, they began producing weapons for World War II. 2 years after the war, the International Harvester W4 was made and launched. By 1974, they had produced their 5 millionth IH tractor. Between 1970 and 1985, they came out with some of their most popular models, the 1455 XL, 1055, 1086, and of course the 1066. They also made trucks, construction equipment, and cars, but you know, they struggled to keep up with modern technology, which made it really hard to sell equipment. They sold off their construction company and then their truck company until they just had their tractor company left. Still, they just couldn't keep up. In 1842, Jerome Case founded Case, and in 1869 they began production of steam engines. By 1886, Case was the largest producer of steam engines in the world. In 1892, Case was the first company to make a diesel-powered tractor. In the 1960s to 1980s, they produced tractors such as the 2290, 2394, and the 2870 Traction King. Back in 1984, Case noticed that International Harvester was going through some tough times, so in 1985, they merged. Now, this wasn't really an attempt to save IH, but more to form a super company, combining IH's big line of stores and customers with Case's advanced technology. So after the merger in '85, Case YH was born. Their first tractor was the 3594, which was kind of an early version of the Luxem. Then in 1957, they made the Case YH Steiger, which was an early version of the infamous Quadtrac. In 2012, Case YH started a partnership with New Holland, and that formed C&H Industrial. These days, Case has loads of models. There's the Quantum, Farmall, Luxem, Vestrum, Maxim, Puma, Optum, Magnum, and the Quadtrac Steiger series. They also have harvesters with the Axial Flow series, and you know, they've got balers, telehandlers, construction equipment, front loaders, and all sorts of other equipment too.